Hi everyone, and welcome back to AK Nourishment. So I just thought I would do a video today, and I have been doing like a fair few recently, but I'm slowly getting them there to actually putting them out there. But I kind of feel at the moment the pull that I've been getting is to actually keep talking, because I feel like that's, I was chatting with a friend last night and she was just like, what are you doing? Like, why don't you actually implement stuff and make everything kind of come together and like voice what you actually speak to me about? Because she's like, it's relevant. People want to hear what you're saying. So it's just weird, I think, my own little inner demon. So practically, I remember exactly what it's like, and I think even still to this day, to go through body image and high school and the social media and everything. And it's just something like recently I've been thinking a lot more about, because I was actually looking at my Instagram the other day and I was just thinking, I was like, well, the life that I'm showing on my Instagram isn't actually, like, it aligns with who I am, and it aligns with everything that I love and everything I believe in. And, I'm very honest on my Instagram. I'm very open with what I write, and what I write is more actually what's going on in my personal life. Because originally when I started AK Nourishment and AK Encounters in my blog, I had that as my place where I could kind of vent what's going on in my life, and it would give me some clarity, and it was my own therapy with dealing with a lot that did happen when I was younger. So as I was going through it, I was like, hang on a minute, I'm showing to girls, because I can't be at the beach every day. I cannot. It's a bit impossible. I can actually, because it's 5 minutes down the road, but I don't spend all day at the beach, because you got to get stuff done in your life. And, I think we can all get caught up with wanting to be like someone on Instagram, and we think they have the perfect life and everything's great and they're all happy and everything's just going in a perfect flow and they don't have any problems in their life. And we constantly go, why can't that be us? And I know I'm a big person who's done this. I'll look at people's Instagrams, I'll be like, oh my God, they look so happy. They look like they've got everything in the world, everything's working for them, their dreams, their aspirations are all there, it's all happening, they've got a perfect partner, they've got this, that, and you go through and you go, why isn't this happening to me? Like, why isn't my life like this? Like, why do I keep having all these things go on in my life? And then, it doesn't make sense. Like, why don't I deserve it? And so the more I've been thinking about it, it's because I get a lot of girls email me or Insta direct me, and they say all the time, like, you're such an inspiration, and, I'm going through such a tough time, and I feel like I can really, really relate to you. I wish my life was like yours. Like, you give me hope. And you know what? To be honest, it's like, as a health coach, I'm not perfect. I'm far from it. And I go through my fair share of battles till this day. Like, I am constantly a roller coaster. I'm a Cancer for one. So Cancers are very emotional and very sensitive. And I'm probably the most sensitive girl you'll ever meet in your life. If you met me, I'll probably cry. And that is guaranteed. I'm just too sensitive to handle. But my life isn't perfect, and it might look perfect on an Instagram page and all smiles and happy times, but I have my days where I do crumble, and I get to the point where I am on the floor, I'm like, what am I doing? Like, how can I do this? Like, especially with what I want to do with AK Nourishment and my vision for it and my mission. And I sit there and I'm like, Alex, like, why? Why can I do this? Why am I going to be successful compared to this person? What's different about me? Like, I'm nobody. Why does anyone want to listen to me? I let my own self eat myself up. Like, I stop myself from actually doing what I know but from knowing what I was put on this earth to do. I stop myself. I am my own worst enemy, So I remember when I was in high school, and I've said this one time actually on it might have been a blog post, but I wrote about how when I was in high school, and it must have been probably year 8, and I'm a very shy person in general, and I was very kind of closed off, and I had my group of friends in year 8. I finally spread my wings a little bit. But I remember there was this girl, and she came up to me, she was on a diet, and geez, I didn't know what diet was. Like, I kind of knew what a diet was, but I didn't really think about it. Like, I was just eating my pizza shapes, maybe some Oreos, tiny teddies. I was, all for my roll-ups, and I was just eating myself away. And she goes to me, she's like, do you know how much calories are in that one pizza shape? And this is year 8. Like, I think I was about probably 11 or 12. And I'm like, what? Like, what's a calorie? You know? And then from that day forward, I remember every time I ate a pizza shape, I was like, oh, do you know how many calories are in this pizza shape, Alex? But I still didn't understand the actual meaning of what a calorie was. So I think when we are in school, we aren't actually taught exactly what is good for your body, what isn't good for your body, what diets are good, why a diet's good. We're not taught this at all. And I know I never understood, and I think this is why so many girls, and even guys as well, do go through stages where they don't love themselves, or they start dieting, or they start doing these crazy ass things, thinking this is going to make them accepted and going to make them look good and be the best that they can. But the truth is, that's not how it works at all. And I can say I tried so many diets when I was growing up. I tried to cut out everything. I didn't eat meat. I was practically vegetarian. My mum always used to have to write me notes saying, Alex, eat this because this will give you energy. Eat this banana. You know, she would have to get me to eat, like write me notes to get me to eat because I wasn't eating. I stopped myself from actually fueling my body because I thought, I'm not perfect. Yeah, I weigh 57, but I should be weighing less. I should be skinnier. I don't look, you know, I was always more concerned about the numbers rather than the actual what's going on in my body. And I think that's where we get stuck. You know, we're not taught in schools, we're not taught from a young age exactly what food is and how food is good for us, you know, and how, you know, one person's food can be another person's poison, that we are all different body types and not everything works for everyone. I know 100% just with social media, you look at girls and you look at, I know I do this a lot with the models, and like, you just go through and you go, I wish I had their life. I wish I was like them. Why aren't I like them? Why can't I be that skinny? Why can't I just go eat these amazing acai bowls every morning, or have a smoothie, or go and do the Pilates? But you know what? Money factors in, you know? And not everyone has all that time in the world to go do all those things. It's unrealistic. So you got to find the realistic part of how you can live a healthier life, how you can actually implement those things into your life in a cheap way, and not have to always be out and about. And you need to actually accept that all our bodies are different. No one is the same. So yeah, I probably, at the moment, I think I weigh about 58, 59. I actually haven't weighed myself in a while. But if I was to put myself next to another woman who weighed 58, 59, same as me, would have a completely different body type. Completely different. Because nobody is exactly the same. Every person's body is different. And that's what you need to actually learn and accept. And you need to actually begin working with that relationship on the inside rather than actually focusing on the outside. Because I always get told, like, I used to always be massive. I used to always watch my weight. I always used to watch what I'd eat. I wouldn't eat enough. I would constantly look in the mirror and put myself down, like, Alex, you were fat. Alex, you were nothing. Alex, then I would go nasty. Your thighs are too big. You know, no one's going to love you. You've got, like, you know, fat arms, this, that. I would constantly tear myself to pieces. And I would compare myself all the time to other women because I just couldn't love myself for who I was. When now I'm in a stage in my life where I will eat whatever the hell I feel like eating. Like, no joke. Give it to me and I'll eat. Because I'm at a point in my life is I've learned to find the things that make me happy. So every morning I'm getting up at 7 or 6:30 and first thing I do is chuck my runners on, go for a nice stroll down to the beach, get a coffee, maybe do some meditation, add in the goodness into my life. And then, yeah, I might have a green juice in the day, I'll have the water, and I'll have a nice big salad, and then, you know, maybe then at dinner I'll have a burger, because why not? I feel like a burger, so I'm going to eat my burger. You know, there's no right or wrongs, but it's actually learning what works with your body. And your body speaks to you. And as soon as you start doing things that, you know, you don't want to cut everything out because then you're not living. You want to be able to go out and have a pizza and be like, yeah, like I love my pizza, or grab the girls and have some drinks. And you want to do all of that and still live. You don't want to stop living. And, you know, I remember I always meet people and they go, you have such a beautiful energy. You are such a, you know, you got this glow. Like, I want that glow that you have. Why can't I have it? I'm like, honey, I eat. I eat so much all the time. And I love You know, the glow is coming from doing things that make my body and fill my body with goodness, you know. I'm reading again, I'm writing, I'm blogging all the time, I'm doing the things that make me happy, but I'm also then doing the things that, you know, like I'll go for a walk because I want to go for a walk. It's not I'm walking because I need to lose weight. You know, I'll go for a run because I feel like going for a run. I'll go to the gym because I want to go to the gym. I'm not going to the gym to lose weight or to be skinny or look like this. I don't care. I don't care what I weigh anymore. I just care how I feel on the inside. And it's when you begin to love yourself within, it changes everything. It changes the ball game. You look out of your life, everything just seems completely different. And you stop focusing on the materialistic things. And you focus on that joy, happiness, and love. And you just realize you don't need anything more in life other than yourself and those little things. You know, you can have a fancy car, you can have a nice house, you can have that best dress and this and that. But the truth is, joy, happiness, and love is found within, and it's found within the simple moments of life. I find my joy every morning when I get that first cup of coffee and I have that sip and I'm surrounded by the ocean and I'm grateful. I'm sitting in an abundance of gratitude. And it's the most amazing feeling, and it changes my morning and my day completely. It brings me to a whole new level. And then I go through my day with a grateful heart. And when I come home, I go through things that I am grateful for, and I realize I'm not grateful for those things that are going to get me, you know, to A to B, or that nice house, or that nice picture, or that, you know, I'm grateful for the now. I'm grateful for those simple, blissful moments, like walking outside and feeling the fresh air and the trees just go, or, you know, life is amazing. This world is such a beautiful gift, and we're so lucky to be able to walk it, and we're so lucky to have this life. And it's a matter of you embracing every moment. That, yeah, shit does go on, and you feel like fucking, like, I'm really sorry for swearing, but you feel like the whole world is just crumbling down on you. But that's life. That happens, and you can't change it. Those moments when you feel like you can't rise, or you can't, there's no way to go, there always is. There's always another way. I remember when there was a stage where I lost my relationship, I lost my job, I lost so much, I lost myself. And I remember I was just like, well, how am I going to get through the next day? How am I going to get through, and how am I ever going to be happy again? How am I ever going to get back to that good place? How am I going to be successful? How am I going to make my business work? That's the fear talking. That's the negativity talking. Because it's when you hit rock bottom and you have nothing, you have completely nothing, that's when you realize who you are. You go through those raw emotions and you dig truly deep, and you learn the strength that you do have, and you rise and you come back even stronger than ever. And that is something to be so hell grateful for. So when something bad does go on, just remember there is always a silver lining, and there's always another day to follow, and there's always something brighter and bigger coming your way. And the universe is putting you onto your right path and getting you to exactly where you need to be, because that's the beauty of life. And everything always does happen for a reason. Even when you just sit there and you're like, oh my God, why? Like, this is ridiculous. Like, I could have changed everything, this whole outcome. You can't. You gotta just go with the flow. You do what's right for you, and you keep pushing forward, and you keep putting those feet, one foot in front of the other. Because life is truly amazing. And you just grow. Every day's a lesson, and it's growing. It's a chance to grow. And you know, the woman you are today, you won't be tomorrow, or in a week, or in a year. We will always constantly grow and be someone different, and that's amazing. So with saying that, that's just all I wanted to ramble on about today, because I felt like that's what I needed to ramble on about. But I'm really happy that I'm finally back with kind of blogging again, and I'm actually going to start opening up some coaching sessions. I'm only opening up a few at the moment, as I have been crazy busy, but I feel like I want more love into my life, and I love working with you girls as well, and guys, if the guy needs any health coaching. But yes, that's from me, and be sure to sign up to my newsletter, and yeah, have a magical week and a magical day filled with lots of love and joy, and be sure to be grateful for 1 or 2, 3 things today, and just watch how just being grateful for those little things changes so much. It changes the big picture. So yeah, with love, AK.